What's up everyone, my name is Alex Costa. This is a special video because we are starting a new series here on the channel called Rating YouTubers' Hairstyles. This is a series where we together will look at the hairstyles of successful YouTubers from before they were famous to now. And starting on episode 2, I will choose one of you guys watching this and rate your hairstyle. So just tag me on your Instagram photo, it's at Alex Costa, and I'm gonna pick one of you for the next episode. And I'm gonna be pretty honest when it comes to my feedback. This series is all about honesty. I went back and forth a lot to decide who was worthy of the first episode of this series. And even though there were some tough contenders, I had to give it to the one and only David Dobrik.
I think I'm balding.
And if you're wondering who the hell is this guy and why is he talking about David's hair, hi, I'm Alex. I own a men's hair product line called Forte Series, and I make videos about men's hair, fashion, grooming, fitness, and even dating advice. If that sounds good to you, then hit that subscribe button below and join the YouTube family, which by the way is incredibly close to 3 million subscribers, so thank you so much for the support. Going back to David Dobrik, he is of course one of the most successful content creators of our time. As of today, he has 18.6 million subscribers on YouTube, close to 15 million on Instagram, and about 25 million on TikTok. So yeah, he's kind of a big deal. I love his content. I think he's funny, he's original, he's definitely very generous. He gives away cars to his friends, which makes me look bad to all my friends. Thanks, David. We've attended the same events and parties back when those used to happen, so I've seen him around, but I've never officially met him. But we're not here to talk about his accomplishments or whether or not he's a nice guy. We're here to talk about something way more important than that. His hair. So let's go all the way back. David was born in Slovakia in 1996. This photo here shows him at only 3 years old, and we can see that he wasn't one of those kids with crazy thick hair. But he's so young that it's hard to say exactly what type of hair he had back then. At 10 years old though, so in 2006, you can see that he grew his hair out a little bit longer, and we can finally see what type of hair David has. It's definitely pretty straight, it's dark brown, and he's going for the type of haircut that so many kids had around that time, which is the shaggy hair that comes down to your eyebrows. And that's his dad, by the way, which is interesting to see because he has pretty wavy, curly hair, which is definitely very different from David's hair. At age 14, you can see that he's really embracing that young Justin Bieber look. You know, this was by far the most desirable hairstyle for any teenager at that time, mostly because Bieber really put it on the map. It's called the side swept fringe. This is when you grow your hair out to about 4 or 5 inches, you brush it forward, and then you use your fingers to get it out of your eyes and create that side swept look. And I have to say, this actually looks great. I mean, yeah, obviously it's not a trendy hairstyle nowadays, but for back then, this is awesome. The hair looks healthy, it's shiny. I'm sure he got a lot of compliments about his hairstyle back then. And even one of his teachers said that when she was interviewed once. You know, it's funny because I have clear memories of Bieber shaking his head to get the hair out of his face. It was kind of like his signature move back then. And I am sure that David was doing the same thing. It was definitely like the cool thing to do at the time. Also, very random, but how majestic is the pose of this baby? I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's his little brother. And man, I aspire to be that cool one day. I've been taking Instagram photos for years, and I'm not sure that I'm ever gonna look that good. Around 15 or 16 years old, David was ready for a change, and he cut his amazing hair to go for a more modern, more, let's say, grown-up look. He decided to go with a brushed up fringe, which was also really popular back then. And the hairstyle looked okay. You know, he didn't really pull it off quite as well as his previous hairstyle, the side swept fringe, and I think I know why. The top looks great, it has volume, he has the fringe brushed up properly, he has a cool wave effect, but the sides, that's where he messed up. It's just a little bit longer than it should have been. If he brought that in a little bit tighter on the sides, this hairstyle would have been perfect. But whoever cut his hair back then failed to see that. And it's funny because as time went on, the sides actually got longer. So instead of going shorter on the sides, which would 100% have been my recommendation, he went longer and it kind of got a little bit out of control here when the length on the sides was almost the same length as the top. I even tried to come up with a name for this hairstyle, but honestly, this has no name because it has no shape. This in-between hairstyle that isn't short but also isn't long or like even medium, I would just call this the awkward phase. And I'm actually think that I'm almost past that right now, so I know the feeling, it sucks. But you know what? I'm gonna let it grow a little bit longer just because I haven't done that before and I want long hair at least once in my life. Anyway, back to David. At 18 years old, he went back to that old brushed up fringe hairstyle, and again, he left the sides, man. Come on, David. You're 18 years old here. You went back to the same haircut you had at 16 and you made the same mistake. Look how good that top looks, man. Are you kidding me? He was so close. So close to having the best hairstyle out of all the students in the whole school if he just cut the sides a little bit shorter. It looks like he styled it nicely, maybe with gel, I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, back then, that was what every guy used, you know, just plain old gel. Nowadays, thankfully, we have so many better options. For you guys that have watched my videos, you know that I've spent so much time developing my hair product brand, Forte Series, and our products are nothing like gel. The molding paste is 100 times better. It doesn't leave your hair looking greasy or wet. It's not sticky. This is a high-end product that will make your hairstyle look amazing. It's so soft and smooth, but has amazing hold. So if you're trying to level up your hair game, this is what you need. No more cheap drugstore products, because I guarantee that is ruining your hair. That is why you can't achieve the hairstyles that you see on Pinterest or Instagram, because the product makes a world of difference. And of course, let's not forget the health of your hair. The Forte Series Daily Oil is exactly what you need to give life to dull, dry, lifeless hair. I apply this oil to my hair every single day. Just a tiny bit goes a long way. It gets rid of frizz, it nourishes the hair and scalp, and it smells like $1,000,000. Like, it smells so freaking good. I am addicted to the scent, and apparently so is everyone else who got it based on the reviews that you've been posting. I'm gonna leave a link to the Forte Series website right below. It is the first link in the description of this video. Make sure to check out our products. It would mean the world to me. We ship worldwide, and the link is right below. And you know what? That's what David needed. I think he really needed some hair guidance back then, but as most men, especially back in the day, like, I didn't have it and he didn't have it. Most guys know nothing about hair. And then this happened. He let himself go, and from that he went to this, and no, I'm just kidding, that actually didn't happen. He actually went to this hairstyle here, which I actually think look pretty dope. It's a medium length middle part variation. There's lots of volume, really awesome waves. I think this is one of David's best hairstyles ever. This would actually work today, especially since a lot of guys decided to grow out the hair this year because we all had to stay home anyway. So what's the point of paying for a haircut? Cue in today's David Dobrik, his current hairstyle, and the same hairstyle that he's had for like 3 or 4 years. His hairstyle is a mid-length, and by mid-length I mean not short but not medium length. It's an in-between hairstyle that doesn't really have a name or shape. It's a little shaggy and a little crazy, kind of like his content if you think about it. The thing about this haircut is that it's so hard to stop. You can't really make it look great because it's too long to stay put, it's too heavy to add volume. Right? I can't add volume to my hair, it's too heavy. So it's a tough haircut to pull off. If I didn't know him and I saw him for the first time as a random person at Starbucks, or I guess maybe at a Tesla dealership would be more likely, I would think that he's growing his hair out. He is in between cuts. He has a goal of having longer hair like I do. My hair is obviously not where I want it to be, but I have that goal, long hair. I'm not cutting it. He's not doing that. He's getting haircuts, purposely leaving his hair that length and style. And man, it's really tough to make it look good. Hence the hats. David has been wearing a lot of hats lately, and if you go through his videos, he wears a hat in 90% of them. Now, we know that he likes his hair, he cares about it, he's mentioned it in a couple of videos. He was super scared when his ex Liza tried to cut his hair, and in this video here we can clearly see that he's pretty concerned because he thinks that he's balding.
Can I put my hat on? I think I'm balding. Look, feel it, it's thin.
Oh, you're right, it is very thin. You could be balding, David.
Wait, does hair get thinner before you lose it?
Yeah.
Look, I don't know for sure if he's losing hair or not, but I will say, so many guys think they're balding because they lose hair in the shower or when they're styling their hair, and then they look at their hands and they see a clump of hair, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that you're balding. It's normal to lose a lot of hair when you're taking showers. It happens to all of us. So David, if you're watching this, don't give up, dude. Don't think that you're balding just because it's not as thick as it used to be. And nowadays, there are so many alternatives, so many ways to get your hair looking amazing again. Let me show you. This is LeBron James before and after. He was clearly balding, but he came out on top and it looks great now. And this is Elon Musk's before and after. I mean, what? He looks like a completely different person. So even if David is balding, which I don't think he is, he's got options. So I know David didn't ask for it, but here's my advice. Lose the hat. You have great hair. Show it off now, because us guys, most of us will lose it. And then, you know, when that happens, then it's time to bring in the hats, the beanies, and the hair transplants. Until then, just get a cut that suits you. Either cut it pretty short on the sides and keep the length up top, kind of like this here, or he could leave the sides a little bit longer, but not too long. There needs to be some contrast between the sides and the top. This classic quiff here, for example, would look amazing on David. And of course, make sure to use the Forte series molding paste or the texture clay for this look. Honestly, I think that would look awesome on David. He's taking a nice long break from YouTube. When he comes back, and we all know that he will come back one day, or I hope he will, come back with a new cut to celebrate the return of David Dobrik to YouTube. Guys, which YouTuber should I pick for episode 2? Let me know in the comment section down below. I cannot wait to shoot more of these. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And of course, tag me on your Instagram photos. My IG is @AlexCosta, and I'm gonna be going through these photos to pick one of you and rate your hairstyle in the next episode of this series. Of course, if you want incredible hair, you have to check out Forte series. Our website is listed in the description below, and you will not be disappointed. Alright, I also post every single day on TikTok. It's @AlexCosta. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Peace.